Hello and welcome to the first in our series of Tyrell Cloud instructional videos that take you through the process of deploying, configuring and using a Tyrell Cloud project. To do this, we're going to mock up a project that touches every element of Tyrell Cloud standard, which is to say the elements of Tyrell Cloud that can be user deployed within our web app without custom development, which is available to enterprise users. So in our scenario, I've just won the commission to produce a small-scale live sports broadcast and follow-up highlight packages for a windsurfing World Cup event that handily happens on my doorstep here. In this first video, I'm going to set up an account, I'm going to create our Tyrell Cloud project and deploy the services we need. So effectively the entire back-end procurement process for our project in about the next 7 minutes. You're going to need AWS workstations, a HP Anywhere Cloud Access environment, an EditShare EFS Flex storage server, and SRT stream management platforms to get our streams into our AWS network without the faff of managing our VPC settings manually. So let's jump into it. So we're going to start off on the home page, tyrellcct.cloud. Here you'll find a sign up button, which will take you to a form fill. Now, there's going to be a little bit of back and forth between emails and the Tyrell Cloud portal here. There's also going to be a decent amount of data entry, so we're going to use the magic of post-production to save you the frustration of my millennial two-finger typing. The initial form fill here is just capturing some very basic contact details and also verifying the email address from a response code, as you can see here. If we paste that in, and our account is going to be generated in the background, and we should receive one of a few welcome emails that we'll be dealing with across this series. This one will give us our temporary password so we can loop back around to the login page using the email we've just registered, our temporary password, and we'll be prompted to reset that to something a bit more memorable and hopefully nice and secure. So we'll just run through the MFA code challenge and get onto our Tyrell Cloud landing page, which is where we will launch our new project from. We're going to select a standard project today. Standard projects are Tyrell Cloud's pay-as-you-go option. Inside here, all of the services are user deployable. And for a new project, we need to just quickly fill out a project request, which just includes details on the project name as well as the bill payer's details. And that is done. So once again, we'll look out for a confirmation email, which has come through here. So now we can return to our Tyrell dashboard and we can see our project is created. Now within a project, we launch deployments, and deployments are really services, and we have a range of those, all selectable within the launcher menu. But first, let's quickly go and set a project schedule. Now, a project schedule is an umbrella which will turn on and off all of our deployments unless they have a specific override which we can set by deployment. But as default, this will turn off and on everything in my project. So just for the next few hours, let's set those to launch so that when we do go to our launcher menu here and deploy services, they will spin up. Each service has a number of products underneath it. These define the size and processing power of the service you've selected. Today we're going to launch 4 services. The first one that we're going to deploy is ConnectRemote, and that's my HP Anywhere broker. I'm going to select Remote Small for this small project, and I'm going to press Launch, and that's all I need to do. Now the second service that we're going to deploy is ConnectStream. ConnectStream is our SRT management platform, and it simplifies the process of getting SRT streams into our AWS environment. So for this, let's call it SRT input. Let's select stream 2, as I'm only going to test 1 or 2 streams as examples, and let's launch that. Now next, let's deploy a workstation. So if we select workstation, we have a few more options in the product drop down for this one. Let's call it edit 1. But for the most part, for offline material, a G4 medium AWS workstation is going to be more than adequate and priced quite nicely too. The final service that we're going to launch is some shared storage. Let's call this Edit Store, and the service we want is Store. And this will deploy an Edit Share EFS Flex into our AWS account for us. Again, this is a small project, so let's choose small and let's launch that. And that is all we need to do. So now we have 4 deployments in our project. We have all the services that we are going to use in this series of videos. And because we set our project schedule to on for this time period, if I go to my dashboard, we should see these services coming up and our status now on Edit 1, PC over IP, and Edit Store are all running. SRT input is slightly different. ConnectStream deployments default to an always off schedule, but we'll cover that in the SRT focus video later in the series. With our resources deployed now, we're going to bring this video to a close, but first I want to make sure I've shut everything in my project down so I'm not paying anything I don't want to. In the scheduler, I can individually select hours that I want my project to be on or off, like this. Or I can just clear the schedule with the always off button there. And the tick box down here just confirms that I understand what I'm doing. And clicking that will save my schedule and send a flag to all of my deployments to shut down. And if we jump back to our dashboard here, we will see all of our resources move to stopping and then eventually to stopped. So next time we're going to cover workstations and user management, but for now, thank you for watching and see you next time.